consecrated the Levite, and the young man became his priest, and was in the house of Micah. Then said Micah, Now know I that the Lord will do me good, seeing I have a Levite to my priest. Chapter 18. The Danites seek out an inheritance. They win Laish, and they set up idolatry. In those days there was no king in Israel. In those days the tribes of the Danites sought them an inheritance to dwell in. And for unto that day all their inheritance had not fallen unto them among the tribes of Israel. And the children of Dan sent their family 5 men from their coast, men of valor, and from Zorah and from Ishtaol, to spy out the land and to search it. And they said unto them, Go search the land. Who, when they came to Mount Ephraim, to the house of Micah, they lodged there. And when they were by the house of Micah, they knew the voice of the young man, the Levite, and they turned thither, and said unto him, Who brought thee hither, and what makest thou in his place? And what hast thou here? And he said unto them, Thus and thus dealeth Micah with me, and hath hired me, and I am his priest. And they said unto him, Ask counsel, we pray thee, of God, that we may know whether our way which we go shall be prosperous. And the priest said unto them, Go in peace, before the Lord is in your way wherein ye go. Then the 5 men departed, and came to Laish, and saw the people that were therein. Now they dwelt careless after the manner of the Zidonians, quiet and secure, and there was no man straight in the land, and that might put them to shame. The only thing that were far from Zidonians had no business with any man. And they came unto their brethren to Zorah and Ishtaol, and their brethren, and said unto them, What say ye? And they said, Arise, that we may go up against them, for we have seen the land, and behold, it's very good. And are ye still? Be not slothful to go, and to enter to possess the land. And when ye go, ye shall come into a people secure, to a large land God hath given into your hand, a place where there is no want of anything that is in the earth. And they went from hence of the family of Danites, and of Zorah, and out of the Ishtaol, 600 men appointed with weapons of war. They went up, pitched in Kirjath-jearim and Judah. Therefore they called that place Mahanadan unto this day. Behold, it is behind Kirjath-jearim. And they passed hence unto Mount Ephraim, and came into the house of Micah. Then answered the 5 men that went in to spy the country of Laish, and said unto the brethren, Do you know that there is these houses, and an Ipod, and a teraphim, and a graven image, and a molten image? Now therefore consider what ye have to do. And they turned thither, and came into the house of the young man of the Levite, even into the house of Micah, and saluted him. The 600 men appointed with their weapons of war, which were of the children of Dan, stood by the entrance of the gate. The 5 men went to spy out the land, went up and thither, and took the graven image, and the Ipod, and the teraphim, and the molten image. And the priest stood in the entering of the gate, with 600 men that were appointed with weapons of war. And they went into Micah's house, and fetched the carven image, and Ipod, and teraphim, and molten image. And then they said the priests unto them, What do ye? And they said unto him, Hold thy peace, lay thy hands upon thy mouth, and go with us, and be to us a father and a priest. It is better for thee to be a priest unto the house of one man, or thou to be a priest to a tribe and a family of Israel. And the priest's heart was glad, and he took the Ipod and the teraphim and the graven image, and went into the midst of the people. And they turned and departed, and the little ones and the castle and a carriage before them. And when they were a good way from the house of Micah, the men that were in the house near Micah's house were gathered together and overtook the children of Dan. And they cried unto the children of Dan, and they turned their faces unto Micah, and Eliath thee, and cometh with such company. And he said, Ye have taken away my gods which I made, and the priest, and have gone away. What have I more? What do you say unto me? What Eliath thee? And the children of Dan said unto him, Let not thy voice be heard among us, lest you be angry fellows run upon thee, and thou lose thy life with the lives of thy household. And the children of Dan went their way, and when Micah saw that they were too strong for him, he turned and went back into the house. And then they took the things which Micah had made, and the priest that he had, unto Laish and the people that were at quite secure, and smote them with the edge of the sword, and burnt the city with fire. There was no deliverer, because it was far from Zidon, and they had no business with any men. And it was in the valley that lieth by Bethel Hob, and they built a city and dwelt therein. And they called the name of the city Dan, after the name of Dan their father, who was born into Israel. Howbeit the name of the city